Does tranquility and true peace exist? Or is it really only a distant dream? Only one region emerges as the nucleus of a profound conflict. Our focus today is on the very destructive war with Israel, a land steeped in historical significance, beauty, and controversy. We will go deep into the battle with Israel and the distressing developments of this devastating conflict. A war that has witnessed more than 2,000 casualties in Gaza alone, a chilling testament to the terrifying intensity of this conflict. So now, here's a reality check. Imagine this for a moment, holding a loved one who has just lost their life. And what about witnessing the only place you may know of to live, suddenly reduced to rubble? And also this, living through the sight of seeing people losing their lives all around you. As we dissect the deep-rooted issues and missteps, we cannot ignore the tragic episodes where Israeli forces fatally shot volunteers distributing food amongst civilians, a lamentable tragedy. The narrative of this destructive war, which has brought immense suffering to the Palestinian people and ceaselessly tormented the citizens of Gaza, is a very complex one. And beyond the numbers and the politics, there is a heart-rending human cost. Families torn apart as loved ones are lost to the violence, homes reduced to rubble in the blink of an eye, the constant struggle for basic necessities like food and clean water, and the psychological trauma endured by those living in a relentless war zone. This is the reality for the people of Gaza. So, this can only raise one important question. Has Israel gone too far? And now, many protests have developed across America on college campuses and elsewhere in disagreement with the war. And the protests have been anything but peaceful. This is a testament to the ever-growing number of people who are against the treatment of the Palestine people in the war. So what's going to happen? Well, we'll attempt to unravel the intricate narrative of Israel's conflict. You may wonder why Israel, this land, remains a perennial point of contention in the Middle East. What started as a quest for a homeland has now escalated into an explosive conflict with the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape. Stick around to learn more as we prepare to uncover the devastation and the unfortunate realities of the war, along with the destructive human cost. While we examine the complex web of events that have ignited the current crisis in Israel and Gaza. As we navigate this narrative, we must emphasize the critical role of Hamas's attacks on the Israeli people from the beginning in stages of this conflict, as well as some of Israel's regrettable actions. It's important to understand that our story goes back to the late 19th century, with the birth of a national movement called Zionism. Fast forwarding to 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan dividing Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem under international administration. This sparked the outbreak of a civil war, followed by the Arab-Israeli War in 1948. Fast forward to the present day. Adding now to the complex web of devastation, Israel finds itself under attack from none other than Iran. There has been a growing concern that this conflict could escalate into a full-blown war, drawing in other regional powers and possibly the United States. So how dangerous could this be? Now the tensions were raised immensely between Israel and Iran, with speculations of a potential war looming over the region. A conflict of this magnitude could result in various outcomes, influenced by the military capabilities of both countries and the role of international alliances. Israel, known for its advanced military technology and Iron Dome defense system, would surely put up a significant fight. Iran, on the other hand, has a larger population and a vast network of proxies throughout the Middle East. The balance of power could be tipped by international alliances. So who could win? The United States, a strong ally of Israel, may play a significant role, as could Russia, an ally of Iran. A possible outbreak between Iran and Israel may have been avoided though, so fortunately now, we can take a deep breath of relief, as it appears that the war between Iran and Israel has not escalated further at this time. It's difficult, however, to predict what the outcome could have been if a war between Iran and Israel had developed. But despite the ongoing conflict, is it safe for Americans to travel to Israel? It could be extremely dangerous, but the answer is, it depends. While the majority of Israel is relatively safe, areas near the Gaza Strip and West Bank can be unpredictable due to sporadic outbreaks of violence. At its core, the Israel-Gaza conflict is an intricate web of deep historical roots, a multi-dimensional issue that has perpetually shifted and morphed, heavily influenced by regional politics, religious beliefs, and international relations. What we see unfolding currently in Israel is the manifestation of these complexities, a volatile concoction of history, politics, and ideology. Yet, at the heart of this conflict, we mustn't forget the human cost. At the epicenter of this struggle, the of Gaza endure a life steeped in desperation. The conflict shapes their everyday existence, their struggle for survival, their relentless hope for peace, and their resilient dreams of a better future. The conflict in essence is not just a clash of ideologies and politics but an humanitarian crisis. A kaleidoscope showing different aspects of the conflict, especially the desperation of the people of Gaza. While it's tempting to oversimplify the situation, the reality is far more complex, as if a very tangled web of string is trying its best to become untangled. And we must not forget the seriousness of the hostages. In the midst of the conflict, the hostages' plight remains a pressing issue. Captured during the various incursions and skirmishes, their current status remains largely unknown. A sigh. Has Israel forgotten about them in the greater scheme of things? The desperation of the people in Gaza is palpable, their cries for the return of their loved ones echoing through the city's narrow streets. As the conflict continues, the fate of the hostages hangs in the balance, a stark reminder of the human cost of war. The Israel-Gaza conflict is a stark reminder of the challenges that lie ahead in the quest for peace in the Middle East. Will the world ever see peace? Could there be a ceasefire? Or will we continue down this same destructive path? My friends, if you like this content, then please subscribe. Keep yourself safe until next time. Thanks for watching.